Hey all guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video we will talk about hero synergies, what we have to do in general for picking teams or choosing teams, and which heroes work the best. So basically what we are going to need is a stone creator. There is a stone creator for every color, and in some colors there are multiple stone creators, and usually we want to go with at least one stone creator, for example, Elmist. And then, of course, we need to look at the enemy team and what we need. Do we need realms and shield break, for example? Do we need heavy damage and or color change? And so on. Yeah, this is just the basic that we usually need a stone creator. There are a few team combinations that doesn't require a stone creator, for example an Idrith team, because these will work with the very dodge. And where do we have them? For example, Shadow Luca, we have a hero that is granting us a surge effect. These teams can work without a stone creator. So every 3 turns we can use this surge effect for Luna or Idrifa or for Shadow Luca herself. And this helps very much. And this team is usually to counter damage the enemy, because we have the Idrith bonus in here, as you can see, for faction members, and 25% dodge for every of these members. Also, there are some teams like Aldin, Volos, then we have Aldin, and then you can go, what you want actually. And we need, of course, a hero that can hold the Naya weapon, because every time we want to attack, we want to have this Naya weapon, which grants us more stones. Sometimes you want to bring an energy weapon as well, but this is not mandatory. So stone creator, also teams like this will work as well. We want shield power for Messincat, and then we are going, if you have Freya +1, you can actually get mana from purple stone sources as well. But this team will kill your enemy if the enemy is casting, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 sources of shields, and Messincat will destroy the enemy if it casts. Okay, so more synergies. For example, if you are playing a Jonah, you want to have your teammates getting killed. Why? Because Ijona needs her minions to be actually effective, and this is why you are choosing the lowest heroes that you have, and you can of course pair her with her faction. This is what I'm usually doing for the Simo faction, so she has 25 more accuracy. Then, of course, if you want to play Aurelian, there are many combos that you can fit him in, basically in every color, because with his weapon he will go off every second turn. So this guy is very, very nice in your team if you want to reduce the enemy's attack and defense, and on top of that he's a crazy damage dealer. Of course, we have factions like Entite, where the where the heroes are getting more mana gain. This works very nicely as well. For example, if you put Irelia there and Fiona, you will have 2 stone creators, you will have 30% more mana gain, and every time you are moving the blue stones, Irelia will hit very hard. Also, Steedlight it is, will do a lot of damage. Then what more synergies do we have? Of course, now every hero that has the frost effect, like Terran, Lumimbre, Gwendolyn of course too, will do great with Sylphris. If you want to counter enemies that are applying debuffs, for example Aurelian or Teziron and so on, you want to have Sigil Jane in your team. Apollo works very nicely with basically every yellow team. There are some heroes that actually are very effective with crit, and if you have Director N +5, she grants crit to her neighbor heroes, and for example Grusha and Damon work the best with crit, so you are putting them down here. Arthur needs more yellow companions, because if he is casting, he can recolor the target to purple, and then you want to go with every other yellow hero in your team, because they will do a lot more damage. Anything more for defense? Some of these doesn't apply, because usually you don't bring a Naya weapon in there, but almost every defense team needs an energy weapon. This is what you want to do there. Of course, if you're playing Jillian, you want to have more red heroes in this team, because she is changing the color of the enemy, and you want to go hard with the very next red heroes then there. Of course, the Rosamia team needs Apollo and a damage share hero in there. This is where the full potential of this team will shine. Stone creators like Kefbet, Isadora, Miranda work very, very nicely together. Chloe for shield break. Karma works in her faction and in green, actually. But I think this is about it for the synergies. There are a lot more heroes that I don't have. For example, this faction works nicely with its buff, of course. Then Silence, for example, needs to have your heroes go off and off over and over again. So he gets the 40 stacks in stacked, and then he is doing crazy damage. Deedlight can actually work in almost every team, so you make him go off once every turn, just like Klimt. Volos and Abigail work very nicely together. There we go. You can pair Volos with Nom Nom as well, and Jillian. So this guy needs to be in every deck in my opinion. This faction works nicely together. This not so much. Belnos needs protection, very, very squishy. We talked about the Idrith Forest, Naya Church, of course, Ruby and Rose, then Zeus, Crowley, Agatha, Anaya. All these crazy heroes do a lot of damage if you are facing purple teams. This one is not that great as well, but Xiwanmu works nicely with heroes that have actually normal attack damage, like Rosemia, Liv Boo, and so on. She can work with Z as well. Then we have the Overload faction, but it's not that great. Simo faction, as I told you, but usually you don't pair anyone off here except for Cat and Agony maybe. Teziron, very nice hero to counter everything in the game. Poseidon works the best with damage share or as a one-man army, but yeah, pretty sure he got nerfed, even if the developers won't acknowledge this. This faction can work together with Bubble and Raylan, for example, Haley and so on. We didn't talk about Rangers yet. They will stack critical chance if you pair them up. Then we have the Isabroad faction, which will have more mana, and all these frost effects profit from each other. Then we have the Aegis Island, usually not paired anymore, except for maybe Molly and Apollo. Athena is a very nice hero. Yeah, Aurora can work well with Molly as well, because she has a surge effect. And the Asgard faction, more crit, but what do you want to play here? Thor, Ymir, and Freya, maybe. Director N and Loki, but usually, Loki is not that great anymore. I think that's about it. If you have any questions, write it down below in the comments. Give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet. We will see each other in the next video. Bye bye.